Hi, my name is Jade Hobbin. I also go by the name Jaden, using they, them pronouns. In this video, I'm going to go over my experience with figuring out my sexual identity, my coming out story, and my experience with my teachers and students at my school. In creating this video, my hope is to help others who may be struggling with anything that falls under the topics that I'm going to be going over. So going into my experience with figuring out my sexual identity, as a young child, I never considered myself to be a girly girl. And what I'm meaning by that is I wasn't into things like doing my makeup, hair, nails, baking, etc. I enjoyed things that would be considered what boys are into, such as playing in the dirt, playing football, playing video games, etc. During this time, though, I never considered myself as being queer. I just thought it was being who I was, even though I wasn't like the other girls. As I got older and started to understand things about the world differently, I started having issues with people perceiving me differently because of the activities I enjoyed doing. For example, in PE, I enjoyed playing games such as dodgeball, baseball, and football, which are looked upon as a boy sport. It wasn't until my freshman year of high school when I started feeling that I may be queer. I started having feelings for girls, and the honest truth, I didn't know how to feel about it or what to do about it. I chose to acknowledge it but not do anything about it because I was afraid of what others would think of me. When I started having these feelings, I thought that it was just a phase or something that would go away eventually. I realized that it wasn't just a phase and was something I couldn't keep ignoring. I decided that I was going to tell my close friends about it, and it had gone very well to my surprise. After having told my friends about it, it had taken some weight off my chest, and instead of ignoring it, I started to embrace it. Going into my coming out story, my coming out story didn't go how I had envisioned it going, unfortunately. Actually, my coming out story wasn't where I sat down my parents and told them that I was bi. It ended up happening impromptu, which isn't what I meant to happen at all. It happened while my mom and I were at Olive Garden, just the two of us for dinner. At some point, my mom asked me if I had any friends that were gay. I had said yes, and that I had quite a few of them, actually. Then my mom had asked if I was gay, and I had said that I was bi, meaning that I'm attracted to both male and females. After I had said that, my mom asked if I thought my friends were influencing me, and I said no, not at all, and that I had thought long and hard about things and had to process things on my own terms to understand what was happening in my head and where I felt spiritually. My mom had said something along the lines of, "Okay, if you say so," and then after that, she had just dropped the conversation. My mom over time has become more accepting of it and has become more open about me being bi. My junior year of high school is when I had my first relationship with someone, and I was with a trans male, female to male. My mom was okay with it if it made me happy, even though she wasn't exactly okay with the concept, meaning there being two females together, or in my case, me being with a trans male. My mom would address him using she, her pronouns instead of he, him pronouns, and she would address him as your daughter instead of your son to his mother. Although that's something that is minor detail, it is something that made me frustrated, but he and I both talked through things because I wanted to make sure he was comfortable and okay with that. Lastly, going into my experiences with teachers and students at my school. My experience with teachers at school has been very positive and hasn't been an issue. There are a few teachers that I've been open to about my sexual identity and orientation. My junior year in my civics class, I had told my teacher I wanted to be addressed by the name of Jaden instead of Jade, and that had gone very well. He had done a good job with addressing me by that name, and if he had accidentally used the name Jade, he would apologize and correct it. Overall, I've always felt safe and open to address things with teachers at our school. My experiences with students have been a mix of both positive and negative. I would say, though, overall, I've had more positive experiences than negative experiences. Individuals that I've been open to about being bi has generally been really respectful and happy that I had trust in them to tell them that. In some cases, I've had individuals say that they don't agree with the concept, but they're happy for me. I've had a few occurrences where I've been bullied or made fun of for being bi or non-binary. Generally speaking, though, I would say that I feel safe at school and that I haven't had any major issues that would make me feel unsafe.